Let's go.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water.
God-woken. Wait.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Yes, this might be
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. Oh, yes, how does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
So close to escaping.
Hear my prayer. Show us. Don't go any further, God-woken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it.
She glances over towards a small...
That was Brendan. Just remember what I said, God-woken. If you die...
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead. Nothing. The ship... Blessings to
I remember this one.
Pray
His
that they
name was
may find
Kerbin.
rest.
His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
Hey, stranger. Glad to see you. No reds in the offing yet. Don't imagine they'll stay gone, though.
We have to find a way to get this ship...
The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight.
Where would I hide something important if I was a Magister?
Doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing. It dances to the tune. It goes la 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 la, or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dada's had that book, eh? Oh, she opened it and... All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings, and that's always entertaining, for me anyway.
The burly dwarf is distracted by his own facial hair. He thrusts 2 fingers into it repeatedly until he extracts the final prize, an errant fly. He flicks it into the air.
2 heads are better than 1, Papa used to say, and he had 3, so he'd know, eh? You're looking for a traveling partner? Well, just so happens, mate. Suit yourself.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face...
This boat's a treasure. Dallas wouldn't know what to do with her.
Nothing. Damn it. There's got to be some clue. Dallas would have trusted someone with a secret, wouldn't she? Unless there's someone still inside.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. So, what'll it be?
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though.
She's a fickle mistress.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice its unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. The face vanishes. The door stays resolutely... The door seems like any door, at least at first. The wood groans, the face vanishes. The thud of your...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Enough!
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing. The old band back together again, I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard.
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first...
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Can't you say anything
You'll
else?
do what you have to do, right? If I fail, if this thing takes control, you'll protect yourself and everyone else against it. Even if it means killing me.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not
Promise?
locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the
Well,
Divine
all right
Eminence
then.
vessel,
She
Lady
pinches your
Vengeance.
cheek, a sparkle in...
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
I ought to chain you up like your lot did to me.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here. Not God.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price. No, they had us down below, chained up in the... Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I had chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free... Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't in much of a... All right then, just...
Hope you find something useful.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. The Magister's stare hard.
Magister Ranley, Corker's... Magister Ranley, Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right. Don't harm him.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary... The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his... Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen.
From the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
The door is still unmarked, though the anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
I am summoned. Speak the password. No. The human mind is as simple as it is. This is the you.
I can provide.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door. Fine. Answer the security question. The password is fortitude. Now, answer the security question.
The face in the door is confused for a moment.
Drat. No entry.
This is the step. Yes.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? Armor? Such a limiting word, but yes. It serves that purpose. Dallas has been keeping me prisoner here. But I try to keep working on my own projects when I can. Took it? No, no. I made it. Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them. As I said, the Magisters left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to carry on my work. Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. She's unwavering. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. I doubt you will get another chance. It's good to have a sense of freedom once again. Truly good.